Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Nerd Pod Generations, episode 174. As always, I am one of your illustrious hosts, Steve Taylor, along with the always lovely Al Judson. Hello, sir.
Hello, friends and enemies.
Welcome to Halloween Havok 2025.
I just love that we will never settle on a title for this segment.
I think Halloween Havok is kind of leaning.
I like it. I like it
too.
But, so here's my thing. I wish we had a graphics department, if for nothing else, so that we could take last year's graphic and scratch the already scratched out previously title of Horror Fest.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, so this year it's Havok. It's Halloween Havok. And it's like every year we just come out with a different one.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Yeah, I think that's
a good
funny
bit.
too. So, folks, once again, this is Nerd Pod Generations, episode 174, meaning we have 173 previous episodes of pure gold. So please go back and listen to our back catalog. You can find us at nerdpodgen.com. There are links. On the main page, there's a link to the most current episode. There are also links to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and links to YouTube, which Al's been uploading clips and full versions of our episodes. So Halloween Havok, for those of you who do not know, the month of October, typically we just do horror.
Yeah. We always have like a pseudo theme, so we've done werewolves in the past.
Kind of a theme. Like this week is kind of like a ghost.
Yeah, we're doing like ghosts and like
demonic.
There might be a few ghosts this particular season
because
there have been years where we did werewolves. We had our who would win in a werewolf battle.
Yeah, we did our vampires.
We did vampires.
Did we do zombies? I think we did zombies.
I don't know if we've done zombies yet. I don't think so, because I feel like we would have watched Night of the Living Dead, because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the original Romero. Like the original.
So have you seen the one in the 80s that Tom Savini made?
I saw. Is that Day of the Dead, the one with the soldiers?
No. Okay. So Night of the Living Dead is the original one. Yeah, the black and white, awesome.
Yeah.
Tom Savini, the great horror icon and actor, he remade it in the 80s. So it's the first one he remade.
No. So I've actually seen more of Zack Snyder zombies than I have of
George Romero
that's too
zombies.
Bad. Yeah.
Day of the Dead, the OG Day of the Dead is some of the best gore effects I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll have to...
Yeah, no, exactly. So this is why I don't think we've done zombies.
Maybe we'll have to do, instead of zombies, just do a Romero Day.
Oh.
Watch Night of the Living Dead and then Dawn of the Dead.
We could do Dead Bodies. That could be this year's theme.
Dead Bodies.
Just Dead Bodies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, this first week definitely lines up with that, folks. I cannot wait for you to hear this.
Oh, my God.
So we like to start every episode off with what we've been watching, playing, reading. I got a quick one, so I'm just going to touch on it real quick.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick shout-out. I finished Mario Wonder. Awesome game.
Excellent.
Back into Donkey Kong, and I did get Final Fantasy Tactics. Have not been able to fire it up yet.
My buddy got it, and he already loves it.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
like
I know I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
I love the original, and I am still bummed that the War of the Lions editions they put in are not in this. You know, whatever. It's still. It's
a money-making venture, right?
It is a money-making venture.
Nobody ever has enough. Even people that, as we found out in today's subject, we are alluding to this week's review, which will be the fall of the House of Usher, wherein they describe to this billionaire how he could never actually spend all of his money. And does that mean that he has enough? And he says, of course not. You're smarter than that.
Yeah. Like, I can never have enough video games, even though I'll never play my backlog. I have so many video games.
I guess in that way, yes.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, I still want them.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing I want to talk about is going with our theme. Last night, I checked out, there is a new docu-series on Netflix called True Hauntings.
Oh.
And I thought it sounded interesting. It was like half-hour episodes. It was 3 episodes for this first story. And I didn't realize this when I clicked on it. This is about a haunting that took place at the University of Geneseo.
No shit.
Right here in upstate New York. In fact, one of the... people from the story is from Webster, New York, where I grew up.
No kidding.
Which was cool. But it's a really cool... It's one of the things where they have interviews with the actual people, but then they also have dramatized, acting of... It was really good.
Yeah.
Really creepy. Great story. And I'm very interested in... I think that right now there's just 2 stories. There's this first one. There's another one up right now. I'm assuming... I think this is a recent ad, so I'm assuming they're going to continue adding. I can't imagine them stopping it too. But it was really good. Like it was truly scary. They did a great job with when they're retelling the story, setting the mood as just this dark, creepy mood. And so there's not a lot of, like, jump scares per se. It's mainly just the feeling of dread you have watching it. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So I made it through all 3 episodes yesterday before I realized I made it through all 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So that's a testament to the quality.
That's one of those moments, especially with streaming, where you're like, oh, let me log up the next. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's all of it.
Which we'll talk about that later. We both had that same issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was great. So I highly recommend. It's called True Hauntings. It is absolutely awesome.
So was it in the University Medical Center?
It was in a dorm that actually exists called Erie Hall.
Oh.
So, and it fits. And then the next one is titled This House Murdered Me. So I'm excited to watch that. It's only a 2-parter in the next one, but highly recommend it. It's really good.
It sounds like, are you familiar with the Patton Oswalt bit about the bed that kills people?
Oh, yeah. Deathbed, the bed that kills people.
Yeah. It sounds like that, yeah.
And I've looked up that cover, and it looks incredible.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I just love that bit that he has of, like, imagine yourself as the writer of Deathbed, the bed that kills people. And because writers always have one of 2 reactions. Either, no one will like this, I'm just going to stop.
Or it's the best thing they ever
Or it's the best thing ever, and I can't stop writing it. Yeah. And you're just like, so, I just love Patton's reaction of can you imagine the moment he hits writer's block and he's like, no! I have to finish!
Yeah.
I have to finish the deathbed that kills people!
To go with that, I wish I could remember where I saw this quote. I saw a quote the other day that really sticks with, especially people like you and me who are trying to do this creative thing on the side.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I'm a failed writer. It's like, no, you just quit. Mm-hmm. There's no, you can't fail until you die.
Yeah.
And then you have no choice. You just failed at it.
Yeah.
But as long as you're living, you just quit. You didn't fail.
You just keep working at it.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I've struggled with is, and this is one of those pieces of advice that people give you, and you're like, gee, thanks. That means nothing to me. The importance of a project is what it means to you and not what you think it should mean to other people. And I appreciate that in a lot of ways. I also have greatly struggled with that notion because, yes, is it important for me to write something for myself? Yeah, absolutely. If I don't care about it, then no one else will either. Does it help to have a little bit of someone being like, I like this, you should do more? Yes, it's enormously helpful.
Very much
to have someone in your corner being like, no, keep going.
Yes.
Because it is the easiest thing in the world to be like, listen, this is a pain in the ass, and it's not fun, and I don't like it, and it makes me feel bad, and it makes me feel stupid, and it makes me feel incompetent. So I'm just not going to do it because nobody is telling me to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, you just didn't care enough about the project. It's like, no, dude, it's not that I didn't care enough about the project. It's that after a while, you can be a kung fu master bashing your hands on bricks.
Yeah.
But, if it doesn't lead anywhere, you're just left with these, like, stony, bashed up knuckles, and you're like, and now what?
Yeah.
I got nothing to do with this. So,
exactly. Because you want to write stuff for yourself, but you also want it to get out in the world. Because to me, that's the ultimate form of immortality.
Yeah.
Is something that you created is like J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
He's immortal.
Yeah.
He'll always be remembered for that.
Or you end up on the other side of the situation, which, again, speaking selfishly of myself, where you're trying to make something and you are genuinely proud of it and you think it's good. And even when people are like, yeah, it is good, they're all related to you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the my mom thinks I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the new version of that I got?
No.
I was talking to my therapist about our show and stuff. And he was like, oh, your show sounds like it should be really successful. And I came away with the same feeling that I had when my mom used to tell me that I'm handsome. It's like, my therapist thinks I should be popular. It's like, that means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. But like that whole idea of it's so important to have people in your corner, especially when you're trying to get something off the ground where you see lesser versions of it fucking everywhere. In this world where everybody has a voice and that's great and all these things. Most of the time. When you're trying, in my case, to make superhero stuff and you're like, wow, I really like what I'm doing, but nobody seems to care. And then you see the 19th million Marvel movie of deteriorating quality come out. And then you see The Boys. And then you see this. And then you see that. And you're like, fuck it. What's the fucking point? Because nobody cares. They'll eat the slop. But my stuff, I guess, is too curated or just not meeting the right eyes. You know, it's like one of those things where you can't even be like, well, if I just clip the red wire, it'll work.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there is no wire. There is no one magic button that you can push and be like, I'm popular on the internet now. And so when you see people that you're like, why the fuck does this guy have a platform? And why do 10 million 12-year-olds follow him along with 60 million bots? You know, that's what we need to do. We need to invest in Russian bots.
Oh, God.
If you can't be popular, make it look like
Make
you're popular.
yourself popular.
Yeah. So that's where our budget for next year's show is going to go.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. But yeah, to bring it back around, we drove out to Niagara Falls, which if you've never gone to Niagara Falls, people, go to Niagara Falls. It's fucking incredible. Made of the Mist, one of the best rides you can ever have. You know, you pass GCC and you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I know why. Because they have to build it out there to keep all the ghosts out of town.
No,
Because...
Geneseo, not GCC.
Oh.
But Geneseo's just as close as GCC is.
Yeah.
So, and Audrey went to Geneseo. She never heard of this story.
Well, they have to sweep that stuff under the rug.
Well, the fun thing is like my oldest brother went to Alfred State, and there was a story going around that one of the builders, his nickname was Stu, was a former Nazi, and he hung himself after building one of the dorms, and his ghost would haunt Alfred State. And my brother told me he came back one weekend. He roomed with the guy, Todd. Very muscular, like not afraid of anything guy. He said he woke up one night and this Todd guy was sitting up in bed, white-faced and shaking. Said he woke up and looked at my brother's bed and Stu was sitting on his lap staring at my brother, and then he turned and looked at Todd and then disappeared. So it's like... They drank a lot back then. So
yeah.
I don't know if that... But still...
This is always the thing, is like... You come into a ghost story, and there's a part of you that's like, you know, very Mulder. I want to believe. And, you know, because at one point it's terrifying, and at one point it's fascinating, and at one point it kind of leads to what's next. And, you know, there's just so many questions, and you're like, this is interesting. I want to believe. But then, you know, there's the...
But that's what was fascinating about this, is the guy that was getting haunted was a runner. So he didn't drink, do drugs, didn't do anything. He was just all about his, like, health. And so to see, like, all this stuff happening, it's very fascinating.
Yeah.
But highly recommend it.
I don't think that happened with Mark Sanchez. I
don't think that, fuck no.
To do a quick diversion into football before we jump into my watch, play, read. There's a few weird things that have happened since we last recorded. So usually we record on Sunday. We had to postpone for a variety of reasons. So we're recording on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And in the intervening time, the funniest few things happened. One, Tyreek Hill's leg is gone.
Gone.
It's gone. It's been taken off the map.
Yeah.
They say that he's going to recover. Dude is never going to run the same way ever again.
No, but he's got like 17 kids. He's going to have to play again.
Yeah.
But he'll never be the same.
No.
He's never going to be what he was.
No, he's going to be washed as soon as he comes back.
He's going to be doing like Julian Edelman crossing patterns.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the footage of that, don't.
No.
I saw it live, and I was like, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. So that whole thing with the Dolphins and everything that's going on, no love lost there. I don't really wish harm on anybody, but Tyreek Hill is a massive shithead. So
he's an awful person.
I think it runs even at the end of the day. I'm not wishing harm on him. I'm just not wishing well on him in any way. If you want me to wish well on you, stop being a shithead. Yeah. Stop beating up your ex-wife. I think that's all it really takes.
Yeah, I think that's not a lot to ask.
It's not a huge ask.
No,
just be a good person.
Ask. Yeah.
So that happened, and you were like, Jesus Christ. And then the Bills game happened. And in the Bills game, there wasn't much to say except the Bills are no longer undefeated. We were the last undefeated team for about 5 hours. And then the refs said, well, Buffalo's not allowed to have anything nice. And they called, I'm going to round it out to 15. It felt like more, but I'm going to round it out to 15. Accepted penalties. To say, I think there were probably like 17 or 18 total penalties called on the Bills. Over 10 in the first half alone. And I was watching that game red-faced and screaming. I'll take credit for about half of those penalties. Absolutely, 100%. You know, I'm reminded of the Trey White pass interference at the end of the first half, which was just the most boneheaded play I've seen. Just dumb.
So fucking dumb.
Just unnecessarily dumb.
Yeah.
I want to love Trey. I want to love Trey so bad, but he does this shit, and you're just left being like, dude, this rule has been in the NFL for over 5 years. Why the fuck do you think you can just raise your hands above your head and wave them around when the ball's coming in? You have to turn around. You have to turn around. Is it a stupid rule? We can debate whether it's a stupid rule or not, but it's a fucking rule. And you're giving away yardage and points when you do this shit. So absolutely, some of those calls were 100% true. I will take 2/3. That still leaves 5 to 8 calls that were complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Like just complete horseshit. And whether it's stuff like, oh, there's hand fighting in the receiving corps. Okay, so why aren't you calling the hand fighting that the Patriots are doing? They're doing the same level of hand fighting that we are, but we're getting pass interference calls and illegal touching and all these other things. We had a illegal formation because the wide receiver was just like literally half a heel off of the line.
Yeah.
His heel was rotated just a little bit, and the refs were like, oh, illegal formation, tackle's not covered. And you're like, what the actual fuck, man? What the actual fuck are we doing? Like, if it impacts the play, yes, definitely. But why? Why are we calling all of these unnecessary, stupid penalties that slow down the game, especially when half of them are unsubstantiated? And again, NBC pulled the exact same shit that CBS did, where they just stopped showing the penalty on replay. And so I'm left being like, so there's no evidence. There's nothing to say that this is true. I'm just going to have to take the word of this shitty refereeing crew, who on multiple occasions tonight has already been proven wrong, or at the very least myopic, so tied in on these little tiny details that could not affect the play in any capacity. And I'm just like, literally every time we get any play of any substance, there's a flag. What the actual hell is going on between this and last week against the Saints, where we had the exact same problem, and then the last two AFC Championship games, where the funniest thing happens: these anonymous flags come out of nowhere, and they fully fucking derail everything that we're doing. And I'm just like, you can't tell me that there isn't something in the league office against the Bills. There is no way in my mind that someone doesn't have an axe to grind.
I don't know if that's the case as much as some of those past games was because it was against the Chiefs, and we all know that.
Yeah, that was another.
And we're going to talk about a play during the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
To me, I love you, and I love I'm on the Bills' side. I'm happy they lost because it was some of the worst play calling
that's
I've
another
ever
thing.
fucking seen. So they actually deserve to lose that game just on the bad play calling.
The McDermottitis is insane right
Dude,
now.
it was fucking terrible.
It's insane right now. It's just, you're left being like, it's, it's like those commercials that you see for extra strong eczema cream, where it's just like, oh, that dude is just losing entire patches of skin off of their hide. That's the McDermottitis that we have right now. It's just entire patches of our skin is coming off because we can't play call. We can't run the clock. We're completely incapable on defense. And it's like, the defense used to be what made us strong, and now we fucking suck. We can't cover anybody. Trey White is taking 5 yards off of anybody and just giving it to them up top. He'll play 5 yards off of them, which is what he did when he first came in. And I'm just like, dude, that doesn't work. No. When we try and play man, we can't play man because we're too old to play man. And it's just like, you have to be able to play man coverage in the NFL on some level. Zone is great, but as someone who watched Tom Brady pick apart zone defense for 20 years, man is better. If you have the studs to run man, run man! Yeah. Because it's just better than whatever this horse hockey is.
What was driving me nuts is, okay, the Bills have, let's be completely honest, a mediocre wide receiving core.
Yeah, I love Shakir, but he's the only guy.
But even him, his size, he's not going to win a lot of battles.
He's an Edelman.
He is. But you're looking at, you have a solid tight end core, and now you have a solid running back core.
Yes, and we won't use him.
And you didn't use either.
Yeah, we won't use him. I don't know why.
Dude, how does Cook only have 14 rushes? It's like, no, in games like this is when you got to run the ball down their throats.
Also, I get it. Everybody has a third down back. You put in the big bowling ball for third down. But I'm going to tell you straight up, McDermott, if it's 3rd and 4, don't put in Ty Johnson.
No.
Stop putting in Ty. I love Ty.
He's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, maybe.
At best. And even then, you have Josh. You might as well just push him over the line with the snowplow. Come on, what are we doing? Give it to Cook. I get that Cook can't be an every down back. That'd be crazy, right? He'd get injured in like 3 games. But like, why are we doing this training wheel bullshit? It's like Ashton Genty and how they've admitted to putting him on a clock where they're like, oh, it's load management. It's like, oh, because that's worked out great for the NBA.
Yeah, seriously.
Load management's going great for them. It definitely doesn't make anybody super pissed off.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and we only have maybe like what? The NBA season is 86 games?
82.
Yeah, so we have like a fraction of that number of time on the field.
That you actually, yeah, exactly.
And you're still taking people off the field in the interest of keeping them healthy. Well, if they're not healthy, then they're not healthy. But if they're healthy, they better be on the fucking field playing the goddamn game. And I'm so tired of OK Coleman. He is just okay.
Dude.
Everybody is like, oh,
I don't even know if he's
great.
okay now.
Keon's great. Keon, look at Josh. He finally has a tall guy that can go up and get the ball. Fucking bullshit.
He can't run routes.
He can't do anything.
He can't run a route to save his life.
And we're left being like, you know who we could have gotten? Xavier Worthy. And if we didn't get Xavier Worthy, you know who we could have gotten? Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
But we had to trade down to get Keon Coleman. This is why I want to trade all of our first-round picks, because we're going to trade them anyway.
Yeah.
We might as well trade for a good player and not have to worry about having McDermott and fucking Moneyball over here, Bean, playing this game.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, we're going to trade down and then we're going to take Marcus Hairston and then he's going to be injured and not play for the first 8 games of the year. It's like, why are we doing this?
I don't get it. And they got Tampa coming up.
Yep.
And I got to say, now, for those of you who don't know, I am a Chicago Bears fan, have been since 1982, I believe was when I first started watching the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I have always had this little love. My favorite player ever was actually a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Mike Allstott, the fullback.
Oh, how can you not love Mike Allstott?
He was my all-time favorite.
He's the
always.
greatest.
The greatest.
The neck roll was retired with him.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
After that, everybody was like, well, you can't. Mike Allstott retired the neck roll.
But I'll be dead honest. My favorite player right now is Baker Mayfield.
He's
fucking
killing it.
He's
having a season.
Always loved him. I've always was a fan of his, even going back to the Cleveland days. And then I felt really bad for him with the whole Carolina crap. But then that awesome game he had with the Rams, where he came in on like what
3
one
days?
day or 2 days or something like that, and led a game-winning drive. And I just love him in Tampa. I love how he fucking plays. So as much as I do want, see, here's my dilemma. I want to see Tampa do well. I would love to see them make it to the Super Bowl. But I want Buffalo to win because I still think when it boils down to it, the best chance to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, if their slide doesn't continue and they start elevating, is by the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
At Buffalo. I'm dead set on that. Because the AFC, there's some meandering teams. You could say Jacksonville and Denver are really getting better. Who knows what the hell's going on with San Diego, or not San Diego anymore, the LA Chargers. Mm-hmm. But you look at it, you're like, dude, when it boils down to it, you're going to have Buffalo standing in the way of Kansas City.
That's, that's all we can hope for.
You can't.
Because the Chiefs are going to keep coming, no matter what. And Baltimore has been shown to be on their knees.
My only hope is, like this coming week, they have to play, Kansas City's playing Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit should wipe the
Kick their teeth in. Yeah.
And then I believe, it's not Buffalo then. I think there might be a bye and then Buffalo.
Yeah, because we have a bye next week.
Yeah.
We're off week 7.
So, in a very short time, they could, halfway through the season, they could still have a losing record.
Yeah.
So for me, that would be great because I could see them, if they have to, say, play a playoff game where even, say, the Patriots go to, I think the Patriots could actually, their defense is so fucking good.
This is the other thing that makes me so mad.
I know, the Patriots.
Why did it have to be them? But why did it have to be them? But why did we have to lose to them? And then why did they have to be the team? Like, I cannot stand how many Bostonians are coming up and being like, oh, you know who's great? Drake May. He's even better than Josh Allen.
He's not.
You know what? We're going to be number 1. Drake May's going to win the MVP, and we're going to be the number 1 seed. Fucking shut up! Just shut up! Shut the fuck up! For 5 minutes, just shut up!
And Drake May's okay. But what really, because I had not watched them at all this year, so watching that game, their defense is fucking insane. If you would take their defense and put it on Buffalo, that would be a undefeated.
The fact that they were able to make some of the tackles against Josh,
dude,
where like usually he steps out of those tackles and he just couldn't. Also, I don't know if this is a thing or not. I didn't dislike the alternates that we wore on Sunday. I thought they were fine.
I didn't like them.
But we always lose when we wear alternate uniforms. I've been dying for alternate uniforms because, God help me, I love the Bills classics, but like sometimes you just need a little flavor in there to shake it up. And every time we wear the red jerseys, now when we wear the Blizzard jerseys, when we get our red hats back, are we going to lose then? Are we going to lose to the Falcons this weekend when we wear our throwbacks? What's going to happen?
I think the Blizzard jerseys might be the worst jerseys I've ever seen in my life, primarily because you couldn't read the numbers because they were the same color as the fucking jersey.
Yeah.
I thought that was the dumbest fucking... I'm like, how do you not make it like a darker shade maybe of that?
Yeah.
Just so you can read the fucking numbers of the players.
My thing is that the whole thing, like they had a photo shoot where they had Josh holding a football made out of snow, quote unquote, out of snow. They had a whole thing. And, I mean, maybe. Yeah. The Dolphins were at the same photo shoot, so you don't know. You don't know. But, like, the whole thing was that this is a whiteout Blizzard uniform. And then they schedule it for October.
Yeah.
The first weekend in October when it's 85 degrees outside. And I'm just like, I know that there were a bunch of mitigating factors. They wanted it to be against a rival team. They wanted it to be at home. They wanted it to be on prime time. I get it. What the actual fuck?
It's so dumb.
But why? Here's my thing. But why? You made this whole stink about Blizzard and whiteout, and then you played in 80-degree weather. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Of course we lost. It's the gods telling us, stop being stupid. Stop being dumb.
The same week that the Bills wore those jerseys, the Bucks wore what everyone considered the worst jerseys ever made, the creamsicles.
They are still the worst jerseys ever made.
Because of who the Bucks are and the fact that they leaned into an old jersey like that. It is one of the highest selling jerseys this week because people are like, oh, creamsicle's awesome. It's like, dude, back in the day, no one fucking thought it was awesome.
I still think it's ugly as sin. It's
ugly as shit.
I still go back to Warren Sapp, who was like, fuck no, I'm not wearing this shit. Are you kidding? No way. But like the thing with the creamsicles, again, in this ever-evolving landscape that we call life, the weirdest thing about the creamsicles is that a part of the story is now that Tom Brady had enough sway to say, no, you will get all new uniforms and we will not wear the creamsicle jerseys and we will not wear the alarm clock jerseys and you will just come up with an entire new uniform scheme and buy it from Nike because I'm not wearing that shit. And I'm like, so you're going to go to Tampa Bay after ruining my life for 20 fucking years. And then you're not going to wear the world's ugliest jersey? Fuck you, Tom. Get in the fucking suit, Tom. What the actual fuck are we doing, Tom? Come on. Dance, monkey, dance.
Hey, and brought them that Super Bowl, so, you know, I'm glad they listened. This whole trajectory with them started with him. So
the whole trajectory with everything. Let's not forget, that was also before this last Super Bowl. That was the last Super Bowl that Kansas City lost.
That's true.
Think back to that. The ultimate in bad taste in your mouth for Western New York.
Yeah.
Kansas City, as a group, facing off against goddamn Tom Brady for number 7.
Goddamn
You're just
Tom
like, I hate everything.
Not just that. Tom, Gronk, and Antonio Brown. It's like 3 of the more hated people.
Awful people. All 3 of them are terrible shithead people.
But that's why you watch that game when you root for Mike Evans, because he's one of the greatest.
Yeah, that's the only thing, right? It's like, and that's the nice thing about the Bucks. Is that it used to be like, oh, they have Jameis? I fucking hate Jameis. Like, it's not just the turnovers. Everybody finds the turnovers, entertaining. Yeah. And on some level, I find the turnovers hilarious because I don't like Jameis Winston because of the multiple sexual assault allegations in college.
How about people forget about that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, but no, he's a scripture man now. He's always talking about God.
God save me from these pick sixes.
Yeah.
Hey, Jameis, I think you earned the pick sixes on more than one occasion, man. So, like, God damn it. Knowing that I can, at least on some level, be like, hey, the Bucks. Emeka Ibuka. Baker Mayfield. Chris Evans.
Emeka Ibuka's fucking
Chris Evans. Mike Evans, not Chris Evans.
Ridiculous.
Emeka Ibuka's a rookie, and he's just fucking killing it.
He's unreal.
He's insane.
I don't know if I've ever seen a rookie that can run routes as good as this.
And when was the last time you saw a man named Bucky who you would genuinely call Bucky?
Yeah.
Like, not Sebastian Stan. But, like, his name is Bucky Irving, and you would call him Bucky. Like, that's his name, and you can't make fun of him because the man does too good at work to make fun of him. So, all I'll say is this. If anybody wants to trade us a cornerback, we are in desperate need of cornerbacks. I'm looking at, hey, Denver, 2 1s for Pat Surtain. 2 1s for Pat Surtain. This year or next year, 2 1s. Pat Surtain. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Buffalo, I'm not talking Josh. Run the fucking ball.
Run the
the ball.
And if you have to throw to people that can fucking box out.
Yes.
Please and thank you, because I'm sick of this shit.
If you need 5 yards, throw it 6 yards to a tight end, not 15 yards incomplete to a wide receiver that can't catch it.
And stop trying to bomb it downfield and call a foul. I'm so sick of this. Oh, that guy touched our guy. I'm going to bomb it to him, not come close to a throw, and then look at the refs and be like, where's the flag? Josh, be a man and get the work done yourself, okay? Not everybody can be Patrick Mahomes and just look at the refs and mime like they're in fucking vaudeville and be like, oh, but Daddy, I need a flag. They touched my guy.
See, you don't know this. All refs are Muppets fans, and so anytime he speaks to them, they're like, oh, I love Kermit. It's like, okay.
They're bringing back the Muppet Show for a third time.
Oh, Jesus.
To which I say, are you going to do it right? Because right now
you got to do it like the old show.
Well, so the going run is that it's going to be a variety show. The first guest is Sabrina Carpenter.
Nope.
I don't know, man. I don't know if this is going to work.
Because the old show, if you look at it, was more for adults than kids.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to lean into.
Yeah, there was a lot of kind of hint, hint, wink, wink Muppet sex on the side of the Muppet Show. I'm pretty sure Madeline Kahn fucked someone at some point.
She absolutely did.
But no, I just like, if you don't do, it's the Muppet Show, but it's 30 Rock. And it's like, it's not a variety show. It's like a late night show hosted by Miss Piggy. And Kermit's dating a different pig than Miss Piggy. And now there's all this... this sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, look at all of that you're making and know that it sucks and push it away.
And I'm afraid it's gone too far to the kid side where they can't really push that envelope anymore, which is too bad.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. The last thing I wanted to know is just to tie off that end on Mark Sanchez. For anybody who doesn't know, certain things happened this weekend. And Mark Sanchez of Butt Fumble fame... beat the shit out of a 70-year-old man while drunk and intoxicated. Got stabbed, I think, maybe multiple times. Yeah. And got arrested while being treated in the hospital. And when asked for a comment, he said, I don't remember anything after trying to get in the guy's truck.
Yeah.
Because the guy was this guy, he was taking...
He was collecting oil.
He was collecting fry oil.
Yeah.
And Mark Sanchez did not care for his park job and tried to move his car for him. And when the 69-year-old man was like, don't do that, Mark Sanchez started beating the shit out of him.
And the guy pepper sprayed him, and he kept coming.
Yeah.
And then
so the 69-year-old guy started stabbing Mark Sanchez. But it's so bad. How bad are the photos? No one will show you the photos of the 69-year-old man.
Yeah.
Because it's too graphic.
Yeah.
Because of how much Mark Sanchez just beat the living shit out of this guy.
It's amazing what a still young pro athlete can do to a 69-year-old guy.
Yeah. So he's like permanently disfigured for the rest of his whatever golden years he has. And he's suing the shit out of Sanchez and Fox and everybody. He's bringing them all up on charges.
And I love that he's suing Fox because somebody made a good point. Sanchez, they believe, was at a Fox event, and the fact that they let him leave knowing that he was as inebriated as he was, they are absolutely
they are
liable
100% at fault on that.
Yep.
I love the argument that people have made of like, well, he wouldn't have even been in Indianapolis if not for Fox taking him there.
Yep.
It's like,
they brought him there, they pumped him full of booze, and then they let him out
on the streets.
And I love all the racists that when they hear Sanchez got stabbed in downtown Indianapolis, they automatically assume...
the black crime in Indianapolis is out of control.
Yeah, automatically assumed it was that. It's like, no, you don't.
It has nothing to do with anything,
Not
shithead.
even a little bit.
That is nothing. There were local politicians being like, the black crime downtown is out of hand.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Look at you being a fucking shithead. Wow, look who claimed immediately.
And I'll tell you, those people never went back on camera and apologized and said I made a mistake.
They took down their tweets very quietly.
Yep.
Just deleted them.
Fucking
Hope
assholes.
that nobody had noticed.
That pissed me off so bad when I saw that. I'm like, you fucks. Just if you're gonna fuck up, lean into it.
But Jimmy Kimmel has to be taken off the air for insinuating that
for saying something that's not even what they said he said.
Yeah. So
it's bullshit.
Anyway, that's the NFL for you. I'm gonna start out with let me do that thing I do now every week.
God.
Pull out my phone and I'm like, what did I watch this week? Silverado. That was what I was going to talk about.
The Kevin Costner movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So during the Bills game, I got to the third quarter and I got so upset that I was screaming. Like people in the house came down and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm not okay. And I had to turn off the TV. And so what did I put on? I put on fucking Silverado because football hadn't even been invented. There's no way that there's going to be any reference to football in this movie. We don't have to worry about that shit, okay? So I watched Silverado, and goddamn, that is the closest I think I've ever seen any movie that's not based on a video game to being based on a video game.
Yeah.
Where, like, you wake up as Emmett and people just start shooting into the little shack that you're in. And you're like, okay, let me learn how to use guns in this game. Bam, 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 bam. And then you go out and you find the first clue in the mystery. Oh, there's this horse. What's this horse doing here? And then you go out and you find Kevin Kline. You're like, oh, buddy, let's take him along for the ride. And you kind of fall in love with him. And you're like, Peyton, I like you. You're a cool guy. And then you take over as Peyton when you get to the next town. You have no clothes and no gun and nothing. And so you're given money and you have to go into a shop and you have to learn how to buy stuff in the shop. And you can't afford the really good stuff, so you can only get the really bad gun. But you need it right now because you see the guy that stole your fucking shit down the road. I'm going to go kill him. And it's just like, this is a video game.
It's a very underrated movie.
When you go through it, it's like, oh, and here's Danny Glover, and we're going to meet up with him.
Danny Glover from that.
And he comes back later. I do feel like they really should have cast someone younger in that role, because we meet his parents. And you're just like, dude, you're like 80. Not literally. It was 85, so he's not literally 80.
No, he's... and you know what? I'll look it up, but I'm fairly certain he's much younger than you think he is. But it's just back then it was...
The thing that gets me is just that this was around the same time as Lethal Weapon, where he was too damn old for this shit. And so now he's like this expert marksman who's helping his dad ranch. And in Lethal Weapon, he's too damn old for this shit. But God, I love that movie so much. It's just such a breath of fresh air because you actually understand where the characters are coming from. And so you have like this whole thing where Kevin Costner is in jail, and he's Emmett's brother, Emmett played by Scott Glenn.
Yes.
And who I always think is a Carradine, and he's not. And he has that Carradine look, but he's not a Carradine. He is Stick, though. So Stick, old Stick's brother from Field of Dreams, has been locked up. And he says it's because he kissed a girl, and then they push him, and he's like, well, I did kill a guy. And they're like, well, did you kill a guy in self-defense? He's like, yeah.
So he was 39 when the movie came out.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel like it was a role written for like a 30-year-old. And he does... I'm not saying Danny Glover's bad in the role. He's really good in the role, in fact. But it just feels like a role written for a younger person. I just love how the entire thing is like Emmett went to prison. And he went to prison for manslaughter because he killed the local cattle rancher's son. And even though there were witnesses that said that it was self-defense, he still went to jail because the guy was too powerful and he had to serve time.
Yeah.
And so there's all this back and forth of like, I love this scene. He meets up with his sister, and his nephew is there and asks him, have you killed anybody? And his sister jumps in and says, oh, Emmett would never kill anybody. That whole thing with the McCready boys, that was a misunderstanding. And Emmett just slowly looks up and he's like, well, I'm pretty sure he's dead. So I did kill someone.
Kill him.
Even if it wasn't self-defense, I did kill someone. It's not like I did it.
That Brian Dennehy, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fucking cast.
Fucking John Cleese is in this.
Patricia Arquette shows up for like the hottest minute.
Jeff Fahey's in.
Fucking Richard Jenkins shows up.
Holy shit!
In the smallest role possible. What's her name? Stella is Linda Hamilton? Not Hamilton. Linda Hunt.
Linda Hunt.
Like so many people just show up and you're like, oh, and you're in this. Oh, and you're in this. For a second, I thought Angela Bassett was in it as Danny Glover's sister. No, a different person, but like it is just cropped with
fucking
people.
Loaded.
Yeah, it's a great movie. If you have never seen it, it's so good.
It's really good.
Red.
It is like what I would say is if you like the movie Tombstone, you would like this.
Yeah,
it's that type of Western. It's a more fast paced kind of.
It's definitely faster paced. I would also say it's a better written story than Tombstone. Tombstone kind of coasts off of the mystique of these men and their mustaches. This is just like four guys that keep on finding themselves in situations and what they do when they find themselves in those situations. Peyton and Emmett come into town and they see a wagon train going to Silverado where they're going. And the wagon train mistakes them for their guides. And they come up and they're like, what are you two doing? You're so late. What's going on? And they're like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking to, but it's not us. We're not the guys you're looking for. And the guys they're looking for show up.
They're not the droids you're looking for.
Cut to like 20 minutes later after we've broken Kevin Costner out of jail and saved Danny Glover and stretched John Cleese. Yes, John Cleese is also in this movie. We stretched John Cleese's jurisdiction to its natural level. We meet up with this wagon train again, and the guys that were supposed to guide them to Silverado have taken all the money and run off. And so now you have another mission where you have to go into this canyon and fool all of these guys into believing that you're not here to double cross them, and then you have to sneak out with the gold, and then there's a firefight and all that. It's a video game. Yeah. It's a fucking video game. You get to Silverado, and now you can go and romance Patricia Arquette, and then you find out as Peyton, oh, I don't really like this girl because I'm here for sex and she's here for substance. And so I'm not going to go after her anymore. And so Emmett comes in. He's like, well, I'm here for substance. I love substance. I'm big into substance. And so, like, God, I just really love this movie. It's just one of those, like, palate cleanser movies. The theme is good. It's not, like, Magnificent Seven good, but it's good. It's good. You wouldn't hear it in NFL films, but it's good. It's good music.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good Western music.
Yeah, exactly. It's great Western music. There's just a lot of really fun elements to it. And God help me, all the characters are really interesting in terms of, like, their definition of, like, what is good versus evil, what is wrong versus right, and how even in these kind of gray areas where everybody is just fighting to survive, there is, like, a definite sense of, like, no, this is right and this is wrong, and I can prove it to you. And so, like, I just love those moments where at the end of the movie, Peyton is basically given this ultimatum of, like, he's approached by Brian Dennehy, and Brian Dennehy's like, hey, we're buddies. You're not going to fuck me over on this. And Peyton's like, I'm not going to get involved. And then he sees everything that's happening, and he's like, I got to get involved. I can't not do it, man. I can't not do it. You're doing all this shit, and I can't not do it. For the love of a dog, I got to do it. God, it's just a really good movie, and I really love it. It's that whole idea of real strength isn't in beating the shit out of someone. Real strength is in protecting those who can't protect themselves.
Yes. And I want to give a shout out Brian Dennehy. I've always loved Brian Dennehy. And recently I got 2-pack Blu-ray of FX and FX2.
Oh, yeah. Another one. I have not seen these, no. I know them, but I haven't seen them.
I'll have to bring them and let you borrow them. They're just really good crime dramas that follow Brian. I can't remember the lead actor, the British guy. It's Brian something. I can't remember his last name. He is an FX artist, and he gets kind of pinned for a crime that he didn't commit, and the whole thing is him trying to, like, evade the police and evade the bad guys by using his special effects technology.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. It's 80s. It's awesome. It's so great. But Brian Dennehy is the second lead in both movies, and he's awesome.
Brian Brown.
Thank you. He's the bartender with Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
He's the other time. Yeah. But it's great movies. But Brian Dennehy. Fucking love Brian Dennehy.
There's a lot of good movies in the 80s that just kind of, like, get forgotten.
Yeah.
They've just kind of passed over. Nobody needs to remake them, but they're not like, Back to the Future where it's like,
when was the last time somebody brought up the name Darkman? The movie's awesome. The first one. The other one sucked.
There are moments in the first one, like any Sam Raimi movie, where I'm like, all right.
Oh, it's got cheese to it.
That's the thing. That clown scene in the
where it's
in the amusement park. That whole thing, I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But it's still awesome.
It's a good movie. There's just moments. But I love any movie where computers can fix anything.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
That's the 80s.
Yeah, that's it. It's just
when they didn't know what computers were. Like, it'll fix everything.
No, it'll fix everything. It's fine. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is me and Kelly got Ghosts of Yotei for Kelly's birthday. So the quick backstory on this is that our beloved Dropout, one of the regular alumnus in Dropout, is Erika Ishii, and she is the lead in Ghosts of Yotei. So there was all this like, oh, we're going to do this. I went out, I got it. It's a really good game. And more than just being entertaining, I mean, there are some quibbles here and there. The controls are a little gamey at times, just in terms of like pickup, but also in terms of like, it's just awkward to have the control layout this way. So it's like block and parry are the same button, which is fine, but you also just end up in situations where you're like, I thought I parried that, but I guess not, because now I'm getting a ton of damage done to me. So there's definitely some mechanical issues that need to be ironed out a little bit, but by and large, it's a really great game.
When was Kelly's actual birthday?
Kelly's actual birthday was yesterday.
Oh. I'm a bad friend. Happy belated birthday. I love you.
Thank you.
I'm terrible. For anyone that knows me, the only way I would know when it was somebody's birthday is my mom would text me and tell me, and after she died, I don't know when anyone's birthday is.
Facebook was always the key for me.
Yeah, that too.
I had to have Facebook, and now that I'm not on Facebook, I'll remember it, I guess. And anyway, Ghosts of Yotei, more than anything else, I think the big takeaway from it is like, is it a little awkward at times? Sure. the writing is really good, but moreover than the writing, the graphics are so staggeringly beautiful. Like, just outrageously beautiful. And there is a mode in it that's Kurosawa mode. It makes the whole thing black and white, and it inputs film grain over the top. And it is just, it's incredible. It has several modes like that as homage to some Japanese artists of various kinds. So there's one where everything is bloodier and there's a higher chance of dismemberments. There's one that's like the super lo-fi mode, so everything is a little bit, there's different shaders on, and there's like lo-fi music that plays. It sounds cheesy. I started using it. I really like it. It's really like, but it's just one of those games where when Kelly asked if I was going to play it in Kurosawa mode, I said kind of. And so what I'll do is, for cutscenes, I'll put it in Kurosawa mode, and then when I'm in the world game, I'll not have it in that mode because I want to be able to look at how fucking beautiful the game is. The game is so strikingly gorgeous to look at. And I'm not one of those guys where it's like, oh, the graphics are so good, that's why you buy the game. But like, kinda, a little bit. The graphics are so good, that's why you buy the game. It's so immersive in its style and look, and it just... on top of having good character development, good story elements, good writing, really good acting by everybody involved. I don't know how they make these mocap games that are so intensive in terms of all of the various everything that you have to do, but they did an excellent job. And, credit to Sony once again. You just like, when Sony makes a really good game, they make a really fucking good game. There's no two ways around it. I'm sure it's not for everybody. I'm sure some people will get bored by certain aspects of it. The internet has already gone to that, like, oh, there were no women samurai bullshit, which is bullshit because it's not true, but also like a non-starter argument of like,
Who gives a fuck?
Well, also, and this is 100% critically accurate to everything.
Exactly.
You're full of shit. What are you talking about? The whole thing is a fictional story. We're not limited by your skew on things, man. So I really like it. It's a really, really good game. Kelly ran into a twist so severe she shouted for me across the house.
Oh, really?
I don't know what happened, because it was one of those things where I came down and I was like, is everything okay? And she was like, there's a twist. Do you want to know? And I was like, I mean, I'm still playing. I'll probably find it. She's like, good. Go away. Go away. Go away.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm very curious, but I really like it. The mechanics do leave a little to be wanted, but God, between the costumes and the character elements, the fact that you have this wolf that will come along and save you every once in a while, that's part of the storytelling. Like, it is just so striking and beautiful. When thunderstorms roll in, it is just like a fucking painting. It's like a fucking oil painting. It's so good. So I would highly recommend. I still have to play through to give a final grade on it, but so far, I would say it's an A. It has some issues, but it is by and large exceeding my expectations and is just a lot of fun. It's a game where I found myself, I think it was Sunday night. We've been on vacation, so I believe it was Sunday night after the game and after the movie I was playing. And I played until 3 a.m. And then I was like, "Oh shit! I gotta go to bed. Can I wake up at 10 tomorrow? Yeah, I can. But also, I do need to go to sleep at some point." Yeah. So, highly recommend. Really good. I'm sure I'll have more to say on it once I get further in the game.
See, what Sony needs to do, though, and the problem with Sony is, they can knock out games like this. It takes 6 to 7 years for them. They need to start doing some smaller ones in between, because their first-party output is dog shit in PS5 generation. Yeah. And it's like, not everything needs to be, like, I'm watching it right now. It is gorgeous. Not everything needs to be this. You need to have this, and...
there need to be middle grounds, too.
There has to be some middle ground shit. Like, that's what... like, anytime we talked about this with the Nintendo Direct, they complain about Nintendo not having enough games. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. They have 1 million games compared to other... now, none of them look like this, but...
you need something
they have gap fillers. You need gap fillers.
And credit, I'm thinking of games from the PS2 era. You need games like Jak and Daxter, or Psychonauts, or like Ratchet and Clank. Games that aren't like... top tier, most beautiful thing in the world. They're stylized. They don't have to be.
Exactly.
But they're fun as shit to play.
Dude.
They're collectomanias. They have really good characters.
And there was a Ratchet and Clank when the PS5 launched, but there hasn't been another one. No. It's like, dude, why aren't you putting out Ratchet and Clank games were my favorite on the
Yeah.
PS2. Up Your Arsenal is one of the best games ever made.
Ratchet and Clank still have some of the best commercials from the early 2000s
yes.
ever, where you would just watch those, and it was like a Gusher commercial where you would like things would start happening. You're like, what the fuck? Oh, it's a Ratchet and Clank commercial.
Captain Quark, baby, was always my favorite.
Yeah.
And the movie's not bad either. The animated.
I don't think I've seen the animated
actually not
movie.
bad.
Yeah. Would you like to talk about?
All right, folks. So we got to get onto the horror side of things. So today we are going to be kicking off our Halloween Havok.
Yes.
With a show that debuted in 2023 on Netflix, which I'm kicking myself that
We both
have not
sailed
watched
right past it.
called Fall of the House of Usher.
Yeah.
The best way to describe this is take Edgar Allan Poe,
All of it.
take the Sackler family, who, for those of you who don't know, Sacklers are the ones that created
The opioid
Oxy
epidemic.
and the opioid epidemic. Put them together and kill off each Sackler member in a wonderful way.
Yeah.
And that's this.
Yeah.
It was
This is
spectacular.
This is maybe one of the best things I've watched all year.
Oh, easy.
Like
Easy.
It's a Mike Flanagan piece. It's one of those shows where I was just absolutely blown away by it as we were
Yeah, it's
watching
Mike
it.
Flanagan.
Yeah. Like he's done a few things I've seen, obviously. He has done some movies that we've talked about together, not necessarily on the show. But he's also done some shows that I love. So he did Dr. Sleep, which we talked
fucking
about,
love
and we
Dr.
like
Sleep.
that. He did Oculus with Karen Gillan, which
Not
we both
bad.
really
Yes.
liked.
Yes.
That was a movie that I saw the trailers for, and I was like, oh, Karen, why are you in these trashy horror movies? And then I watched it. I was like, this is a really fucking good movie.
Yeah.
This is a really fucking good
Yeah,
movie.
the trailer didn't do any justice.
And just the end of it is just so sad. like that's ultimately where Mike Flanagan stories go, is the horror and tragedy of life. And if you've never seen Haunting of Bly Manor or Haunting of Hill House, both on par with Fall of the House of Usher. Just really good. They're almost pastiches on different genres of horror. So The Haunting of Hill House is just like 8 different horror movies kind of squished together. And Bly Manor has a lot of that same element too. Of like the I can't remember which movie it is, but the one where the children are ghosts. And
the others?
yeah.
Yep.
So it has elements of that in it and all these
Gotcha.
other things. And it's just really, like, all of his stuff is so dynamic, and it has the same kind of group of cast and characters. And it's just, man, goddamn, he did Midnight
Dude.
Mass, which I haven't seen, but I've heard really good things about.
I've heard good things too.
He did Life of Chuck, which neither of us saw, but my parents fucking loved.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Fall of the House of Usher was one of those things where I suggested it because we were looking for a theme,
Yes.
and I had been meaning to watch it for years.
And we settled on demon/ghost.
Yeah, and
like
so we were
mainly kind of leaning on the ghost.
yeah,
side
so
of
we were
things.
like, okay, cool, this fits that bill. Let's
Yeah.
put it on the list. And I started it, and I knew shit about it. I'm an uncultured heathen, and so I didn't know anything about the Edgar Allan Poe stuff. I haven't read any Edgar Allan Poe. I've, of course, heard The Raven, but I've never sat down and been like, oh, a poem by Edgar Allan Poe. And so you're watching it, and you're just like, oh, this is...
Well, and I didn't know it was a miniseries.
yeah.
So they were 8, like a little
8
over an hour long
yeah.
episodes that I did in 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. I inhaled it.
Yeah.
As soon as I started it,
So
I couldn't
good.
put it down. I was up until 3 or 4 in the morning every night watching it because it's just so gripping.
Yeah.
It just takes you by your lapels, even when you're not wearing lapels, and it's like, you're going to pay attention to me. And it's so good. The basic premise of the story is, like you said, you have this opioid manufacturer, and
Roderick Usher.
Usher.
With his sister Madeline.
and they have this big family.
Yep.
And all of them Rodericks. 7 kids.
7 kids.
And a few grandkids
Yes.
kind of twinkled in there. And they have everything that you could ever want. Everybody is rich. All of them have big major projects that they're huge influencers on. They make billions and billions and billions of dollars every year. They're so rich they don't know what to do with all of their money. And
They're the worst people.
they're terrible people. They're
terrible.
absolutely awful people. But God help you, when you're listening to Roderick Usher give his life story, it is the most captivating thing
Yeah.
in the world. Like, it is...
Well, and that's the basic in the beginning. It starts with Roderick Usher sitting down with Carl Laemmle's
Yes.
character.
Yes.
Who you find out later that they've known each other for decades.
For decades.
And they had this bad falling out because Roderick Usher
Fucked
stabbed
him.
him in the back.
Yeah.
And it's just Roderick Usher telling Carl Laemmle, like, he's pretty much confessing to all, like Carl Lumley's been trying to get him.
Yeah.
It starts with him trying to send them all to jail.
He's been trying to get these guys to go to jail for decades.
Decades.
And he's just been stonewalled the whole time.
Yes.
And he talks about how it's this weird magical thing where just you think that they're trapped and then they get out of it. And you think that they're trapped and then they get out of it. And no matter how hard they try, the U.S. government cannot bring down the House of Usher.
Yeah.
And even when they have everything in place, it doesn't. It always falls through. Why does it always fall through? And so Roderick, played by Bruce Greenwood, who's stellar.
Spectacular.
He's
so good.
arguably the reason to watch the show. He's so good. Yeah. Him and Carla Gugino are excellent.
Yeah. Spectacular.
And it makes me want to watch Gerald's Game, which was also done by Mike Flanagan, which also stars Bruce Greenwood and Carla Gugino, which is about Bruce Greenwood and Carla Gugino having sex, and then he dies while she's locked to the bed. No one else is in the house. No one is coming to save her. She's handcuffed to the bed.
Which is insane.
So now I want to watch that.
Yeah.
But it's literally Roderick being like, I'm going to tell you how I did all of it. And so you have Batman, as seen in Under the Red Hood, amongst other things. And you have Martian Manhunter. And they're just talking. They're just talking, and their beautiful voices. Yes. They're just like the whole world. It's like a DualShock controller.
Yes.
It's just everything is just this beautiful timbred rumble between these two men.
And it's like, see, to me, when I saw it was Carl Lumley, so not only do I love him from Buckaroo Banzai, where he played John Parker, but then Alias, my wife and I, when we got together, that was one of her favorite shows, and he plays a character named Dixon, who's one of the major characters in it. So I've loved him from that. My favorite thing he's done, though, is Martian Manhunter. I mean, now he's Isaiah...
I was about to say, now he's Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley in Captain America, but him as Martian Manhunter. Yeah. I fucking loved his voice. Like, it was perfect for that character.
And it doesn't end there, because who the fuck is the lawyer and right-hand man of Batman?
Dude.
If not anybody but the goddamn Joker, Mark Hamill himself, playing a man named Arthur Pym, known as the Pym Reaper. And you're immediately like, I'm fucking in.
Dude.
This is incredible. This is maybe the best thing I've ever seen. It's literally Batman and the Joker.
Yeah.
It's literally Batman and the Joker. And it's, oh my God.
You could say this is the best live action thing Mark Hamill's done since Star Wars.
Easily.
Yeah.
It is.
The OG Star Wars. I'm not counting the new shit.
This is no Corvette Summer.
No.
Let me tell you.
Which I still love, but this is no Corvette Summer.
I have a special place in my heart for Corvette Summer.
No, this is fucking ridiculous. He is so good in this.
He's so good because his whole thing is about keeping everything buttoned up and being deeply intimidating.
Yep.
And he pulls it off.
And then his backstory.
My God.
I don't want to spoil it, but when they go over his backstory, you're like, holy fuck.
Well, at one point, again, without going into any of the details, at one point, Roderick is like, I hope he ate someone.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me, what?
Dude. So, like, crazy.
But, like, the whole show is just all characters you love. It's all characters you immediately fall in love with, even the shitty ones. And you know they're all going to die.
Yeah.
Because the show opens with the headlines of all of their deaths.
Yeah.
And so you're just waiting for all of these shitheads to die, and you're just watching them run around waiting to die.
And I'll be honest, I hated all of them, which you were supposed to.
Yeah.
Except for Leo. He was the one that was
Leo
the video
is a really
game.
interesting guy.
That was in it, because I was like, I know he's a terrible person, but there's something charming about him.
Well, and compared to the other terrible people...
Oh, they're horrible.
His terribleness was that he did a lot of drugs, and he was very promiscuous with his partner.
Yes.
He cheated on his partner constantly. But there wasn't... And he killed a cat while he was drunk. There wasn't anything that we see that you're like, oh, Leo's a shitty guy.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't kill the cat when he was drunk. He killed the cat when he was on that drug, which was a spin-off of the opioid that they created.
The quote-unquote harmless opioid.
Yes.
The one that quote-unquote is non-addictive.
Yes.
And they've been trying to prove since the 80s that it is highly addictive.
Yes.
And, God, it is just a really...
Dude.
God,
And the deaths are satisfying
They're all
and
good.
brutal.
Yeah.
Especially that first one.
Oh, my God. Well, like, you know it's happening. Like,
you knew it was going to happen.
That's the other thing, is that all of this is all self-inflicted.
Yes.
None of this is some guy comes out of the corner and shoots somebody. It's all, this idiot was, the family is trying to bring him in on the business. He's a 26-year-old. He doesn't fucking care about any of that shit. All he wants to do is fuck other people and have really expensive things. And he doesn't have any frame of reference for any of that, for what it means, for what it takes.
Influencer.
Yeah. He's just a shitty person. He's just a shithead person. And he's going into a meeting with his brother, and he's supposed to say nothing, and instead he says everything that he shouldn't say. And he finds this warehouse that was supposed to be decommissioned and torn down by the mob because there was a ton of stuff that shouldn't be there that is highly illegal for it to be there.
The mob is the Jersey Boys.
Yes.
I love that.
And so he decides to turn it into a club because he's a fucking idiot. And he can't be bothered to, understand consequences. And so he has this idea of like, I'm going to turn on the sprinklers and it's going to be great. And then I'm going to get blackmail on everybody. And this is how I'm going to make my millions and show my daddy that I'm smart. Well,
doesn't work out that way.
Well, funny story about that. It's not water in those canisters, my dude.
What I truly love about each death, though. So Verna, who is the Carla Guglino's character.
Lady Death.
What I love about her and every death is before these kids were going to die regardless.
Yeah.
But before they die these horrible deaths, she jumps in right at the last second and says, you can change your mind and just go home and die in your sleep.
Yeah, you can go. You don't have to do it this way.
She's offering them a quiet, peaceful death, and none of them take it. They all die in the most painful, horrible way possible.
None of them even understand what she's offering.
No.
All of them are just like, get out of here, you crazy lady. What, you want my money? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You have the whole story with Camille, which was another funny thing. This is a little bit of a spoiler. Like I said, I am uncultured in a lot of ways. I've read a lot of superhero stuff, have not read a lot of Poe. So it goes to show you how much I know about things that quote-unquote matter. So I went down the list, and I was like, I recognize some of these episode titles. I know that they're pieces, that they're Poe pieces. Okay, let me look them up on Wikipedia, and I'll see what Wikipedia has to say about what happens. And you're going through, and you're like, oh, okay, that's why this episode is called The Mask of the Red Death. Okay, on the nose. Got it. Got there in the end. And then you get to the one for Camille, and I'm looking it up, and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. Monkeys. Monkeys. That scene between Verna and Camille.
Oh, my God.
At the end of that episode. And then the reveal through her phone. It's so good. Well,
when Verna jumps on the table and she has the stance of a gorilla.
Stance.
Dude, that was so good.
And like the other thing that I love is that this isn't like one of those stories where something mystical is happening and no one understands what's going on. Something mystical is happening. People see that it's happening.
Yep.
People see the face of the monster haunting them, and they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And there's just like this mystery for the characters themselves trying to figure out like, okay, but I'm sure I've seen her face somewhere.
Yeah.
And she should not have been there that night. So what the fuck is going on? It's not like, oh, this door was magically unlocked when it shouldn't have been unlocked. And this thing happened to happen when it shouldn't have happened. And somebody forgot, some ne'er-do-well forgot to screw in this thing too tight. And now it's all leaky. No, none of that shit.
Yeah.
None of that shit. It is all self-inflicted. And she is just there to kind of like open the door and be like, do you want to go this way? Or do you want to go this way? I would say go this way, but if you really want to, you can go this way.
Yeah.
And they're always like, I know more than you. I'm going to go this way. And then it always ends with them dying.
Yep.
And it's
horribly.
Oh, God. When Leo goes to get a replacement cat, which you knew he was going to do.
Yes.
And you're just like, dude, don't do this. Be honest. Don't do this. And he meets her, and she's like, this cat's already taken by someone. I can't give you this cat. There's this cat and this cat and this cat, and you can have that cat and this cat, and you can have that cat. You can't have this cat. And he's like, I will buy your entire shelter, but I want that cat. And it's just like, dude, you're fucked, man. Yeah. She told you to take 8 different cats.
She tried.
And every time. And it's just so good. It never gets old. And because you want bad things to happen to these people, you're like, yeah, don't listen to her, man.
Yeah.
You're making the right choice. It's good.
I want to do a shout out to Willa Fitzgerald, who plays young Madeline.
Yes. Oh, my God.
When I first watching it, I'm like, I recognize her. She was in the first season of Reacher.
Yes.
She's opposite Reacher, I guess.
Yeah.
She was great. Like, older Madeline, Mary McDowell, she was good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the character, if it's really her that's had that much plastic surgery, but I wish she hadn't. Like, it looked a little goofy. I'm hoping that's just the character.
Uh-huh.
But old Madeline, fine.
Yeah.
Young Madeline, fucking awesome.
She is, again, she's one of those people that you can't take your eyes off.
No,
she's
not
on
even
screen.
a little bit.
Like, a big part of the plot is, so you have kind of these three plot elements. You have Roderick and Carl Lumley, August, talking.
Yes.
In the House of Usher, the original House of Usher. And it's Roderick going through all of his things, and then a ghost appears! And he's like, ah! And Carl Lumley's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, ah! And then they go back to talking.
Yeah.
And, God, but I love all of those.
It's so good.
I love all those things.
So
I love
good.
all those things because Roderick will be in the middle of this great speech, and then all of a sudden something happens.
Yeah.
When Leo shows up as a ghost, and he's like, I was talking!
Yes.
You don't interrupt me, I was talking! It's like,
It was so
this is
fucking
so good, man.
dude.
This is so good.
And then you could keep hearing a noise in the basement. And he's like, oh, it's just Madeline.
Oh, it's just Madeline. You're like, the further you get into the show, it's like, it's just Madeline.
Yeah, there's something fucked up.
Something bad's going on in the basement, man. Something bad's in the basement. And his granddaughter is texting him, and he's like, oh, yeah, it's just my granddaughter. And Carl Lumley's like, do you want to call her? And Roderick's like, nah, it's fine. Because he already knows.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you have that whole aspect of the story. You have the flashback of how all the kids die.
Yes.
And then you have the flashback all the way back to 1979 when
Yep.
all this shit started. And young Madeline and young Roderick are both so good. And Annabelle, his first wife, so good.
Dude.
When I love this dynamic where Roderick is trying to be a good person who's a poet who keeps on reciting poetry.
Yeah.
And his wife is like, you're a good man. And over in the corner, Madeline's like, you're a fuckhead. Stop fucking around and be a man.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of watching you fuck around with this privilege that you have, and you won't go for the neck. Go for the fucking neck.
Dude. That scene in the church when his first wife walks up to him and you're like, is she a ghost? She looks like she could be older. And then she walks by him and the back of her head's blown out. I was like, holy fuck!
Yeah.
That was insanity.
Arguably the worst death that he was attributed to.
Oh, yeah, you
Because
can tell.
It's implied that basically they had two kids together, and he used all of his money to rip
Poison them
out
against
yeah.
her.
And so she killed herself.
Dude. And she was like the sweetest,
She's
most
like this
wonderful human
innocent
being.
person, like ultimate innocence
Yeah.
of like, you said you were going to
Dude.
do this thing, you have to do it. I can't believe you would do that to August. He's
Yeah.
been so good to us. How could you do that to him? And just like, and then at the same time in the corner is Madeline being like, you're an optimist. This is not the way the world works.
Yeah.
The way the world works is what we're doing. We're taking what's owed to us. This was our company. We are illegitimate children of the founder of this company. It's ours. We're taking it.
Yeah.
And when you get to the Casca of Amontillado,
Holy shit.
oh my God, where Madman Don Draper gets walled up, holy shit. And the entire time when the Jester's walking around, you're like, what the fuck is this Jester shit?
Yeah.
What is going on? Because, like, I know all the kids. Is the Jester one of the kids? Is the Jester Annabelle? What the fuck is going on?
And then you get to the costume party, you're like, oh. That's the fucking Jester.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I find this show mainly faultless. I can't. I thought about it. I can't think of anything I would have per se changed.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that drove me nuts. So Malcolm Goodwin, who also was in Reacher season 1 and was a major player, him and Carl Lumley are far different in size. Carl
Yes.
Lumley is like 5 inches taller and much larger than him.
Yes.
And so to have Goodwin play a younger version of Carl Lumley, I was like, I don't know
I
about
don't know
that
about
casting.
that. I don't know. No, I also was thrown off by that.
That
'Cause,
was a little...
If they didn't tell you who it was, you'd be like, oh, it's a different gay black man.
Yeah.
No, it's the same
No,
gay black man.
yeah, I was like, I don't know about that casting.
Yeah.
Like, I love Malcolm Goodwin.
They're both
but
really good in the show.
They're both great.
They're both great. But I agree with you in terms of
It
like
threw me
the
off,
dynamics between those two body
Way
shapes. You're like,
different.
I don't know about that. But God, there's just so many elements to this whole thing that just left me fully gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Of just like, I don't even know where to go with this. I feel like I just have to start watching it again because it's so good. I don't know what else to do afterwards. It's just such a well-written, well-constructed show. And it has that big feeling of, okay, now I'm going to watch it again and see all the other things that were going on in the background,
Yeah.
all the other strings that were being pulled here, there, and there. And just like, especially as you get through it and you just watch the self-destruction really take hold. Because when you meet some of these people, you're like, well, some of them are shitty, but some of them aren't bad. The heart surgeon, I don't love that she's, operating on apes. That fucking sucks. And I really don't like what I'm hearing about her after hours, but she seems like a good person. She's just under too much pressure. No, she's a bad person. She's a terrible person. She's a bad person.
And what killed me was the worst of the kids you could probably say is Elliot from E.T.
Yeah.
Henry Thomas.
Yeah. No, when he breaks bad, because I love Verna's whole thing, where she goes up to him and she's like, this didn't have to go this way.
Yeah.
But then you mutilated your wife. And after that, there really wasn't any going back, was there? That was it. That was it. I also love that she tells him, if you hadn't gone with your dad, you would have been a dentist.
Yeah.
A pretty good dentist. You wouldn't have been amazing and you wouldn't have been famous, but you would have been good and you would have had a good life and you would have had people that loved you.
Yeah. Instead, he gets the pit and the pendulum.
Yes.
Pit, which is awesome.
More pendulum than pit.
More pendulum pit.
But when that starts swinging, oh my God. When
know.
that thing starts swinging, you're just like, holy shit, it's on now. It's on now.
So I want to throw out one spoiler because I have to talk about this. Every death was satisfying except the granddaughter. That was the most gut-wrenching death.
Yeah, as it was supposed to be.
And it absolutely was. And it's just weird in this show that everyone that dies, you are so cheering for them to die because they're that bad.
Yeah.
That you are so distraught when this person dies.
Yeah.
It was heart-wrenching.
It's terrible. It makes you feel awful because the moment you know it's happening, you're like, there's a moment where you're like, well, but maybe.
Yeah.
Because the granddaughter is a genuinely good person.
And that's the thing, is you could tell Verna does not want to do it.
She full on goes to her and is basically like, I hate that I have to do
this.
But people made deals and they don't seem to understand the ramifications of the deals they've made.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that includes you. And then she tells her all the beautiful things that happen as a result of the life that she had lived up until that point. And you're just like, oh my God. And then you get the Nevermore, and you're like, oh my God! Jesus Christ!
Dude.
Ah!
And that makes me even more sad for... Okay, so her mother...
Yes.
Elliot's wife in this, she gets... I'm not going to spoil it.
It gets bad.
She gets fucked up in a way that's truly bad, and her life is never going to be the same.
And again, she makes one mistake. And Verna goes to her and says, you need to leave.
Yeah.
Don't be here right now. And, the problem with that is that Maury decides she doesn't need to leave.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's her real mistake, isn't being in the wrong place. It's not leaving when she was told that she should leave.
And her punishment, because she was a good person but didn't listen, was she has to now live with the pain of what happened to her.
The losses of everything
But now
around
also
her.
She doesn't have a daughter. She doesn't have her husband.
No.
Tried to mutilate her, so it doesn't matter with that. But
well, it's crazy because Frederick Elliot, he who's also in Hill House, he plays the doting father.
He plays Jack Nicholson in Dr. Sleep.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, he does. He's a good actor.
He's fucking awesome.
Not for nothing. His ponytail sucks.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's terrible.
But it's perfect for his character.
Oh yeah, it's exactly what that character needs.
It's a douchebag
ponytail. I can't grow a top knot, so I'm just going to grow out this really ugly.
And the funny thing with that ponytail, when he started doing the coke, he did look like a Miami Vice villain.
Yeah. But that was the crazy thing, is that Frederick was always called Frodrick.
Yeah.
Because he was basically supposed to be this clone of Roderick, but he wasn't. He was a fraud clone of Roderick. And when you meet him, you're like, oh, this dope. He's maybe a little naive, maybe dumb. He plays bowling in his kitchen. This guy's weird. But he's not evil. Just wait until poison is put in his brain that his wife was somewhere where she shouldn't be and has a mysterious phone that she shouldn't have. And that just drives him to madness. And it's just like, dude, go back to playing bowling. I think you got to just not do it. That's all.
Yeah.
And between him and Tamerlan, that whole storyline was also crazy.
Yes.
Where when Tamerlan really starts going, because Bill is a good guy. Bill seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
Her husband. He seems fine. He doesn't seem bad or good. He seems fine. He seems like a decent guy. And first off, the whole thing with her watching, she's a reverse cuck. She's like, I want to watch my husband have sex with other women.
Dude.
That was wild.
But, you know it's wild, but then later on in the episodes, there gets to an actual video of it as she's describing what she wants him to, and you're like, holy shit, she went deep.
She had plans.
It honestly reminded me a lot of that scene in American Psycho when Christian Bale was explaining to the two prostitutes what he wanted them to do to each other.
Yeah.
That's exactly, she was the Patrick Bateman.
Yeah. She doesn't understand physical comfort.
Nope.
And so she hires prostitutes to have sex with her husband in the way that she wants them to have sex with her husband.
Yeah.
And it's just weird. It's just a weird dynamic. Dude. And then it fully flies out of control when she kicks Bill out of her life. And you're just like, God, Jesus, wow, this got out of hand so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. When she throws a microphone into the stands.
And hits that poor Juno, the
much maligned Juno, who won't be spoken to or of by any of the children in the family. And it's just like, God, there's just so many weird, you guys got too rich and didn't have any strong foothold in reality. The Camille having two assistants, both of whom she has sex with, as part of their contract.
Yeah.
It's part of their contract that they signed.
And then through them all having sex together, they fall in love together, and then she fires them because they won't have sex with her anymore. Yeah. It's like, fuck, dude.
You guys need to get your foot on reality.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got this far off base, but you guys are like crazy off base. You don't even know what reality is anymore. You have so much money, you don't even know what reality is.
Yeah.
Reality is whatever you want it to be, and so it's become this fucked up sociopathic world that fits you perfectly and is absolutely batshit insane to literally everybody else. Yeah. It's a good show. It's a good show.
No, this is a surprising show. It was a satisfying show. It is an easy A+ for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's something I will watch again. If they ever release this like on a 4K Blu-ray, I would probably buy it.
Yeah.
Because I have actually been talking with my wife. Once the Great British Baking Contest is done, we might cancel Netflix for a while because it's so fucking expensive now.
And it keeps going up.
It keeps going up.
That price just keeps going up. Hulu, too. They recently announced that they are going to raise prices again. And it's like, guys, why?
It's too fucking much.
You guys raise prices 4 times a year.
Stop making shitty $300 million fucking movies like Electric State.
And
then you'd be able to afford.
Stop making movies that are supposed to be played in the background of rooms.
Yeah.
Make good stuff like this, where you have to focus and pay attention. Otherwise, you're like, wait, where did the monkey come from?
Yeah.
That's weird. When did that happen? I don't remember monkeys. Well, it's because you were nose deep in your phone. You didn't care.
Yeah.
God, that whole storyline with Vivian and her girlfriend, wife,
which was the
Dr.
Telltale
Ruiz.
Heart.
That was great.
Dude.
That was so good.
When she kept hearing the
pumping
of
of the automatic heart.
Yeah, and you're like, this is so fucking Edgar Allan Poe. It's amazing.
And
like the writing in this show to fit every storyline so well into an Edgar Allan Poe story, to make it where it didn't feel like it was shoehorned in, but it was actually like Edgar Allan Poe almost didn't exist, and this was just a natural.
That's exactly what it was. It was. It wasn't like, you know how Marvel will burst the dam every once in a while and will reference directly the thing that they're clearly referencing, and you're like, well, you ruined it.
Yeah,
we already knew what you were referencing, but now you're making this joke about this thing, so now I know that it does exist in this universe, and you yourself are just saying how uncreative you are.
Yeah,
here. No one has ever heard of Poe. Poe doesn't exist as a human in this world. It is just all of these things that are very Poe-esque, Poe-coded, that are happening to this one family in 1 week.
Yep.
And it is just incredible. It's just amazing. It's one of the best pieces of fiction I've seen in a long time. There's no weak links. I'm looking through the cast, and I'm like, even the characters that you dislike because they were portrayed so well.
Yeah.
Prospero really got under my skin. You know why? Because he's fucking meant to get under your skin.
No,
that's the whole fucking point of him. You're supposed to not like him.
Yeah.
You're supposed to not like a lot of these people. And because Lord knows if you had more Lenores in the story, it wouldn't work. You have to have a bunch of people that you don't like.
Yeah.
But like that element of where does the magic end? Where does the ritual end and the reality begin? That's why I love the Telltale Heart episode. That ending is so crazy because Roderick hears it. She's been going around.
He witnesses. Yeah, no, he does hear the heart. You're right.
Vivian's been going around, and she's like, oh, do you hear that? And everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, but I definitely hear something. What the fuck is going on? And then he shows up at her house and he's like, hey, you don't seem to be doing that well. What's going on? Also, your siblings are all dead. So what's going on? And she's like, do you hear that? He's like, yeah, I do hear that. And they go into the other room, and maybe one of the most frightening things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because, like, you take this moment where this person seems rational but dislodged.
Yes.
So, like, Vivian seems like a very rational person. And then you walk into that room and you're like, oh my God. What the actual fuck just happened?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? And Roderick goes home and doesn't shower. We see him at the beginning of the next episode and he's just covered in blood. And you're just, oh my God.
And what I appreciated about that is, since it was a mechanical heart, when she was hearing the sound throughout the episode, you didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
You're like, what is that fucking sound? And then once you realize what it is, and you're like, oh, this is the Telltale Heart. Now I fucking get the reference, and that's what makes it so great.
That's what I love about this, is that it invites the audience in.
Yes.
It doesn't say, look how clever we are. Look how smart we are. It's like, hey, I'm going to take you on this tour. You want to come? It's like, yeah, sure, I'll come on this weird tour with you through this weird house full of weird things. And you're looking around. It's like, oh, look at this. And oh, look at this. And oh, look at this. And you get to the end, and it all culminates in this one moment. You're like, oh, my God, holy shit, Jesus fucking Christ. And there's never this, like, wink, wink, you know, Poe? You know, Poe?
Yeah.
Have you gotten it? Poe? And it's like, it just, all of it feels meshed. It all coalesces so well. Even things like the bar being called the Raven.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, because of course it is.
Yep.
Because that makes sense. Of course it is. Why would it not be? When Bruce Greenwood is reciting the Raven at the end of the movie.
Dude.
Oh my God.
That was so good.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And hiring these great voice actors with great voices to deliver these great
unbelievable
monologues.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Every time anything happens, you're like, this is so creepy and so sad and so powerful and so demented in ways. When the whole thing happens with their mom in episode 1.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wait, excuse me. What's going on now? What's happening? Explain to me this again. And then she comes back. And you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on? And then it's all cyclical. It all comes back around in the end. And that reveal of Madeline at the end, you're just like, I knew this was going to be bad. I knew this was... You should have used the hook.
It was kind of fucked up.
You went through this whole thing where it's like, oh, and here's the thing that they used for mummification. Here's this thing. And here's the hook that they used to pull out the brains. And you're like, so you didn't use the hook?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that you didn't use the hook.
Dude.
I feel like that probably should have been something that was high on your list.
Fucked up.
Messed up shit.
And you know, there is a happy end. I know it sounds like there wouldn't be.
It does have a happy ending.
Because Juno gets her happy ending.
Yeah. Well, they all do. Juno and Maury both go on to establish not just antithetical trusts that fight against this opioid epidemic. They win.
Yes.
Like, they succeed in their fight against it.
Yep.
And it's all done as like an epilogue kind of thing of just to tie it up. Verna just comes over with voice acting, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and then Juno established the Phoenix Foundation. Oh yeah.
Which I loved, because the tone of this didn't need a long drawn out happy ending.
No,
it needed a quick tie the loose ends up, explain what happened to the people that survived. We're done.
Yeah, exactly. And God help me. It just, it's a really good show.
I know.
I'm kicking myself for not watching it earlier, because when I watched Hill House, I had a very similar feeling of just like, I got to get through this. This is amazing. This is so good. And then when I watched Bly Manor, I was like, this is really good. This isn't as good as Hill House, but it's really good.
Yeah.
And now I'm just looking at this guy's filmography, and I'm like, I guess I got to hit it all, because if it's even half as good as this, it's worth watching.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
I want to say, not since Castlevania, the animated, has there been a TV series and one that's been dropped all at once?
Yeah.
That I have not wanted to stop watching.
No, exactly. Where I can't stop watching.
Yeah, I really can't.
I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, it's 2 a.m. There are a lot of shows that I love that I recommend. Lower Decks comes to mind. I love Star Trek Lower Decks. I think it's hilarious. Awesome. I think it's the perfect. We were talking in the way that this is for people that are fans of classical literature and Poe. You can see the street that this is driving down the whole way. And that's part of the joy of it, is you can drive down that street and you know all the houses on that road and you know where it ends. And I love when I get that with Marvel. That was one of the things that I loved about the Fantastic Four the entire time. You're like, I know where this is going. I know this street. I know where it ends. And I just want to take the drive. I just want to enjoy the drive that has been set out for me. Lower Decks has that, where some of the references are so deep that you have to have almost a degree in Star Trek to understand what they're talking about. God help me if I had the hardest time staying awake during that show. Not because it's boring, not because it's not funny, not because of anything. I don't know what it was. I wish I did, because then I could do something about it. But when I first started watching Lower Decks, I fell asleep every third episode. It was fully involuntary. It wasn't like, oh, I'm bored with this. I'm on my phone. I was tuned in. I would just fall asleep because, I don't know. This show had the opposite effect. Yeah. I could not fall asleep if I wanted to. Like, I had to make myself go to bed. Yeah. Because otherwise I was just going to watch the whole
especially because you knew once you got towards the end of the episode, you were going to see something fucked up.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I gotta watch the end of that.
I gotta get to the end of this, man. I gotta see how this all goes.
Dude, I gotta say, to start out Halloween Havok,
this is a good way to start it.
This was a great way to start Halloween Havok.
If we got more dead bodies in tow, this is, I just think of Monty Python. Bring out your dead.
Oh, bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead. We'll see you next Thursday. Bring out your dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's kind of Halloween Havok this year, is just bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead.
We brought out a lot of dead on this one.
That was fucking awesome.
God, it's just so good. That moment when we cut back to Leo's apartment and he has destroyed the whole thing with Mjolnir.
Yeah.
And he has the line where he's like, fuck it, I'll write Hemsworth another letter.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy shit, this is...
You realize he was the one, and I loved... He was the one where you really realized how rich... Like, all the other ones lived opulently.
Yeah.
He didn't quite live that opulently. He still had a super expensive, like, loft apartment. But just things he said, you realized how fucking much money they had. Yeah. Because he would drop things like the Hemsworth thing, and you're like, oh. They have a lot of
He doesn't make video games. He makes video game companies.
Yes.
He goes around to people that want to make video games, and he gives them money to make video games. Yep. And that's how he got rich.
And he's the only one that has, like, groupies.
Yeah.
In the beginning, there's that group. It's like, oh, my God, I can't believe I slept with Leo Usher. And it's like,
don't post this online.
Yeah, don't post this online.
And, like, the entire family knows that this is a thing where he just fucks influencers and sends them on their way.
Yeah.
But I just love that moment where he has Verna come to the apartment. And he's like, this fucking cat is driving me crazy, and it keeps bringing me dead animals. And she's like, well, the cat doesn't think you know how to hunt. It's just trying to teach you how to hunt and feed you. And he takes her to the bathtub, and it's full of vermin.
Yes.
Dead, mutilated vermin. And he's like, teaching me how to hunt? And then everything happens with the cat, and then we cut back, and the tub is spotless.
Yeah.
It's empty
and
spotless. It's just like, this is so good. This is so fucking good. This is so fucking good.
So good.
This is right on the razor's edge of, is it real, is it fake?
Yeah.
Is it real, is it fake? Is it real, is it fake? Because Verna's real, and then fake things happen, and then fake things happen, and real stuff doesn't happen. You're just like, what's real, what's fake? And the characters themselves are just as much at odds about, like, I don't know what to think anymore, except for Madeline, who from jump is like, I know that woman. I made out with that woman. She has come back to kill us.
Yeah.
I'm going to put myself in the computer. The only place that's safe. Except it's not.
It's not. not even remotely. Oh, I fucking love it. Great show. Great show. Great way to start.
A+.
Yes.
So good. If you haven't watched it, go out and watch it. It's perfect Halloween fodder.
Yeah.
It's spooky but not too scary. There's large patches in between the scary, gory stuff of just like really strong character development. And like I said, the acting is some of the best acting I've seen in anything.
It was so
bar
amazing.
none. It's just no one is bad. There's no loose end where you're like, oh, but they didn't do great and they took me out of it every time they showed up. No, everybody is great.
I concur.
Everybody's great. So go out and watch it.
So, folks, that was episode 1 of Halloween Havok. I am so excited that we did this as the first episode. This is fantastic. And this was episode 174 of NerdPod Generations. I know we're only clocking in at about an hour and a half.
I know, it's a short show
Every
today.
now and then we got to hit these little short shows. I got to go home and have some Taco Bell for dinner.
We'll talk about Del Toro another time. One of the things that we wanted to talk about is Crimson Peak. You can look forward to that this month, as well as inevitably the review of the Frankenstein trailer that dropped.
Yes, which the second one
looks good.
I gotta say, it looks pretty good. So NerdPod Generations episode 174 is in the book. We really hope you liked it. Make sure if you go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts to listen to us, that you subscribe to our channel. Also go to YouTube and subscribe. And Al, who does our artwork and our music?
Our art is by Kortney Howell. Our music is by Brendan Williams and James Connolly. I am Alfred Jepson.
And I am Steve Taylor, friends. Stay scary.
Oh, until next week, friends and enemies. We don't have to wonder what we're going to cover anymore because there ain't no Star Wars and there ain't no Marvel. All it is Halloween. Yes. Have a great week, friends and enemies.
Peace.